With the vlog now up and running for almost 2 full seasons, Phil and I have been fortunate enough to travel up and down the country visiting grassroots clubs. And the all too common story we're hearing is about clubs struggling to raise a side on a Saturday, being deducted points, and in the worst cases, being shut down altogether. That is why it's great to hear a success story where we hear about volunteers around a club gathering around their hometown grassroots club to prove it a success. It was around the early days in the vlog that Phil and I visited Pyle RFC when they were on the brink of closure. 5 players training and the club almost on bankruptcy. And those volunteers got together, and last week Pyle RFC secured promotion to Division 2 West Central and also were awarded the Community Club of the Year at the Ospreys Annual Awards. This Saturday now sees them play Bridgend Sports for what will be a title deciding shootout. Welcome to Gumpy's Grassroots Roundup. The final match report now of this current season comes from Division 3 North, where on Saturday the 4th of May, Denby Seconds welcomed Holyhead RFC. With both sides settled in mid-table, it really was only pride at stake. With a dominant scrum, the home side opened the scoring when number 8 Joe Davis tore through Holyhead's defence to feed left wing Hugh Mars Jones, who beat would-be tacklers to score under the sticks. Holyhead did hit back though, with some deft handling skills of their own, to send full-back Endaf Jones over the whitewash. Neither side converted their tries though, so the scores were tied midway through the first half at 5-all. Ewan Johnson put Denby Seconds back in front though, with a great solo effort from his own half, before the away side fly half Rodri Parry intercepted a pass to sprint home and convert his own try to make the half-time score 12-10 to the visitors. The home outfit came out all guns blazing second half though, and were rewarded for their efforts when fullback Aidan Jones went over in the corner. The extras were added by centre Ben Reid, and then Reid converted a penalty to make the score 20 points to 12 going into the final quarter. Holyhead though did finish with an unconverted consolation try from centre Tim Cleverley. Final score Denby Seconds 20, Holyhead RFC 17. And the last action of the game saw Denby's veteran prop Roger Clayton showing a ceremonial red card for an early shower and retirement from the game. Well done Roger, and all the best. Enjoy the beer, my friend. So we're joined now on the vlog by club treasurer and club chairman Boyd and Geraint. A bit of deja vu for you, Ger?
It is, yeah.
Now, I've got a couple of questions for you, lads. Now, obviously, the club really has seen a transformation in fortunes. Can you tell us a bit about the journey that has been from taking the club now from the brink of collapse almost 2 years ago to Community Club of the Year?
Yeah, well, first, what a journey it's been. Like you said, from having nothing, from a diminishing clubhouse to 3 players on the pitch a couple of weeks before the season starts to gaining promotion to Division 2, which is obviously the highlight of the season so far. We've based it upon, it's a family ethos here at the moment. It's a community club, it's a hard working class club, and that's what we pride ourselves upon. We've used 30 players this season in our league campaign, and another, I think it's a further 6 or 7 again in our cup. And it's basically bringing them back and having a go at the family that we have created,
Fantastic. Boyd, now, Geraint touched on community then. I understand you've got a thriving junior section with the Piglets. Can you tell us a bit about how important that is to the club now and moving forward into the future?
Well, first of all, you are right in saying it is a thriving Piglets, because much the same as the seniors, it was an idea of quite a few of the a committee and so forth within the club, we got together and we decided we got to have a go at it. And well, we had hoped to have one age grade, and then in a short space of time the numbers just grew and grew and grew. Unfortunately, by the start of the season we had 5 age grades, and as regards to how important they are to the club, without the junior, the minis and the juniors, there will be no Pyle Rugby Club in a couple of years, because we can't be bringing players in from clubs on a never-ending basis.
Just to make a side on a Saturday, yeah. I mean,
so these are, by all intents and purposes, the future of the club.
Definitely. And I mean, Phil and I now are hearing this story all too often, you know, travelling up and down the country to clubs who are struggling to raise sides on a Saturday, and sometimes we're still having to pull out the leagues altogether. What advice, Skip, if I could turn to you, what advice would you have for those clubs now looking to emulate the success that you've seen here at Pyle?
Well, look, you know, I mean, you've got to strip it back to the foundations. You've got to hit rock bottom to rebuild. You know, like you said, we touched upon earlier, we didn't know where to turn. It was, that's it, the cease of existence of a prestigious rugby club. Hard work, people behind the scenes with drive. Just don't give up, you know. The most important thing that we have found personally here at the club is the junior section, and without that, you're going to cease to exist.
Well, fantastic, and all the best now for Saturday. Big game against Bridgend Sports, guys.
Oh, yes.
We wish you all the very best.
Yeah.
And
fantastic.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on the vlog.
Thank you. Pleasure.
So we're joined now on the vlog by Pyle RFC clubman Gareth Cox, the captain now ahead of Saturday's big game, Rory Bodnam, and Wales and Ospreys hooker Scott Baldwin. Thanks for joining us on the vlog, gents. We can start with you there, Scott. Now, if you could put it into words, the importance of the community side of the game in Wales and what the grassroots clubs really do mean to us.
I think it's massive. I think, especially look at the way now the academies are coming, you're seeing a massive drop off in terms of when players get to 15, 16 and they don't get to an academy. You see a lot of boys just knocking rugby on the head, and I think you've got to look at players like, you look at Liam Williams. Liam Williams is a scaffolder when he was 17, 18, but he enjoyed his youth rugby because it was still enjoyable. I think the game's going too serious. We're probably going too much like football, I think, in terms of professionalism. Rugby is an inclusive game, an enjoyment game. You get a lot of camaraderie out of it, and a lot of that happens off the field, whether it's training, whether it's when you become of age, you have a drink with each other after the game. But ultimately, that's where you enjoy your rugby the most. I remember my most enjoyable years of playing rugby when I was playing youth rugby. I won't say for what club. But no, I think it's hugely important, and the biggest factor for me is when you're coming up, it's got to be about enjoyment. I see a lot of clubs now when you're coaching and you watch, you see under 10s, under 9s do a fitness sessions on a Tuesday and Thursday, and you're thinking, these boys don't need to be doing that. They need to be learning how to pass, how to have vision in the game, the technical side of it. The fitness comes when you become a senior player or youth of age, maybe 15, 16 onwards, because you're naturally full of energy from a young age. I don't think you get much out of being too professional at too much of a young age. You're children or adolescents for that reason, you're not grown men. So yeah, it's hugely important, and I think that the biggest part I would say to anyone coaching or playing the game at the grassroots is just go out and enjoy yourself.
Amen to that. And I know you've got an important game yourself Saturday. You're going to be coming down to support the boys, are you?
Yeah, I'll be down at 12 o'clock for the boys to Rory's speech us two before kick-off, and hopefully you can raise a trophy after what's been a fantastic year for the club, considering where they've been.
Definitely. And I mean, Rory is captain now, all the excitement, all the buzz ahead of Saturday's game. How are you managing to keep a lid on all that?
Just keep it as another game, don't put up too much pressure on the players. It's just the next game. As I said, enjoyment, like we have all year. If you put pressure on the boys, you could fail. So, keep them focused, game by game. That's the way we've done it all season, game by game, and tomorrow, Saturday, just another game.
And so you were going to say something, Scott?
You just look at. I watched Saracens Leinster on the weekend. Yeah. They talk about making memories. They don't talk about they win things by being close to the club.
Yeah.
They're probably they are the best team in Europe, obviously, but they're also probably the most. I don't know how to word it. amateuress in terms of their off-field stuff. They go together, skiing 3 days before big matches. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, having a few beers between the game, but ultimately it's enjoyment. They enjoy each other.
It looks like Alex good had a few memories over the weekend.
On the weekend.
Definitely, hopefully so. And if we can finish with you then, Guy, you've been on the vlog of course before, so you're all used to this sort of stuff. Could you put it into words now, what it would mean to the club, the community and the village of Pyle if you were to be crowned league champions on Saturday?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely massive, isn't it? You see, where we've come from in the last 8 months, unbelievable. Obviously, we've been named Osprey's Club of the Year. No, it's just down to the pure sheer hard work of everybody involved. It's not just about us though, because you know we played against Gleis and Penlan this season. You know, two very they wore their hearts on their sleeves. There's a future for it. I know clubs struggle, but it's how we bounce back from it. Obviously, we bounce back in a positive way, and true to this word, it'll be an absolutely fantastic game on Saturday. But just for sides like your Gleises and Penlan, just keep going. Yeah, there is a future, but it does take hard work.
Well, I think
it's all about a community as well.
And I think the clubs like yourselves and people like yourself, gents, have really shown them that it can be done. And you're a proud example, so well done.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for joining us on the vlog, and all the best for the rest of the season, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Big mention to Garedy as well, who's not here tonight. He's been doing a hell of a lot on and off the field.
Yeah.
I think a lot of credit goes to the boys on the field, as it should, but I think there's a lot done behind the scenes from the people who aren't on the pitch, and I think that's what a community club is about, getting everyone involved. And I think the people behind the scenes who've done so much who probably don't get the applaudance they deserve.
Definitely. We've had Gareth, we're fortunate enough to have him on the vlog before, and we know he's over in Florida enjoying the sunshine, but I'm sure he'll be there with you in spirit on Saturday, boys. All the best for Saturday's game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
There we have it for another vlog. Not the last yet of this season though, there is one more left to go, where next week Phil and I will be travelling to the Talbot Athletic Ground to cover the inaugural District D Plate Final, where Pyle RFC's Saturday rivals Bridgend Sports will be facing brink RFC in that final. Now Saturday sees not only Pyle and Bridgend Sports in that title shootout, there are other title shootouts going on around the other leagues, and in Division 3B West Central we see Baglan take on Regos there, playing it for the championship. Whatever happens guys, it's been a terrific season and we wish you all the very best. And well done to Oakdale RFC, pipping their bold rivals Abergavenny to the title as well. All the best guys there, richly deserved, and the spoils evenly shared. So tune in next week for Gumpy's Grassroots Roundup.
Early in the morning, when the sun is shining, see a little engines all in a row. See a little driver pulling on his lever. Chuff, 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 and away we go. Down by the sea, where the watermen's go, where the watermen's go. I did not go, for if I do, my mother would say, what would she say? Have you ever seen a car with a green eyebrow? Down by the sea, España, aguya, aguya, aguya. Marching down the old beach road, doors and windows open wide. Uggy, uggy, from back, and to such a follow that. We are the Pyle team boys. In the morning, we are the Pyle team boys.